Most of you think that having an aggressive attitude towards the way that you do things and following this fucking hustle culture thing where you don't have a work-life balance is going to help you improve in life and it's going to help you be successful. But I'm making this video to tell you that I started about 6 businesses. Every single one failed. And the reason was because of the concept which I'm about to go through, not having a work-life balance and how that affected me, to then having a work-life balance and what I did during that balance in order to then make 5K in a single day on the 7th business that I started within literally a couple of weeks of starting, because I followed my own way of doing things. Super, super simple. I'm going to break it down so that you can follow this and it should change your life. Now, I'm going to go through what I call the robotic man. The robotic man, he has 12 hours in a day like everyone else, but he treats that 12 hours the same way every single day. He might do the same things on the weekends, the same thing on that day, but he works at the same job, he sees the same people, he does the same thing every single day. And there is no problem with doing this, but the key feature of the robotic man is because he is just an animal and he doesn't think for himself, he acts irrationally, which is basically where you make decisions based on your emotions and you don't sit for a second and you're not aware of what's going on up here, what's going on in the mind. You have no clue what is happening in your mind. Now, the problem with today's society is that we don't speak about this enough. A level of awareness which takes us out of the robotic mode, out of that same mundane life with no purpose, no meaning, no fulfillment, and no true way of being successful in life. You might copy somebody exactly word for word what they've told you when you could have probably figured out yourself if you just sat down for a second and was aware of your thoughts and you followed in that direction. Now, meditation and spirituality isn't some woo-woo shit. This is just a cheat code to life. I mean, I've got to say it like that because this is how the fucking our generation speaks. And this is the only way for you lot to listen. And it literally is. I mean, it takes a longer time in order to fully grasp the potential that you have, but at least that you're on that path. And the way to get on that path and to be more spiritual in life and to become the wealthy man is by doing a bit of meditation, sitting by yourself and just not thinking, or thinking, but guiding your thoughts, not letting your thoughts guide you. Every single day you do the same things. And because you're acting irrationally, you're not sitting for a second and being aware of what you're thinking. You're just letting your thoughts control you. And when that happens, you're usually in a state of fight or flight. So you have no room of making good decisions because you're doing everything out of fear. And if you're doing everything out of fear, you're not going to attract good things. You're just going to attract negative because fear is negative. Whereas when you listen to yourself and you just sit for a second, sit for a moment, listen to yourself, listen to your thoughts, guide your thoughts, because your thoughts aren't you. This is something that you really need to understand. Your thoughts are not you. And that is why it's incredibly dangerous to just let your thoughts guide you, because it's not you. Now, when I was the robotic man, I just jumped from business to business. I chased every single shiny object that was put in front of me because I thought that guru is going to be right. That guy has the lifestyle. And so this time I'm going to start that business and it's going to just go bam. I'm just going to make a load of money. But the problem with that was that I was acting irrationally. I wasn't stopping for a second and thinking, wait a minute, is this actually a good idea? Or am I just basing my decision off of my emotions or what my thoughts are telling me as a soul? And when you do that, of course, you make bad decisions. And so I probably spent about 2 years doing that. I was young, and so I was more vulnerable to that. But a lot of you are still just going through the same cycle. It might not be chasing shiny objects. It might be the fact that you're doing the opposite. You're not even taking a single piece of action because you're listening to your mind. Don't start that because of that. Don't do that because of that. Now, the wealthy man, he doesn't ignore himself. He will sit in silence. He'll get bored. And you're like, why the fuck would I get bored? You know, I've got my phone, I've got my laptop, I've got YouTube, I can learn, I can do all this stuff, I can go and work, I can do this. You need to get bored. You need to sit down for a second and just listen to yourself. I don't mean let your thoughts run loose. You can sit down for fucking ages and just let your thoughts run loose, but you're just going to have the same thing happening again. It's being aware of what your thoughts are saying. It starts with the awareness, and then you can shift that into, okay, now what should I be thinking? Where should I direct my thoughts to feel more peaceful, to feel more myself? Should I make that decision? Probably not. Maybe I should do that. Maybe that's better for me. Maybe that'll improve my life if I do that, if I start that business. And most people see this as, you know, woo-woo, like I said, spirituality, but it's business. Like, this will improve your business dramatically because you can make 100% better decisions. I can almost guarantee it. So the protocol is very, very simple. Sit down with yourself and close your eyes 10 minutes a day, listen to your thoughts, and then just focus on your breathing. It's as simple as that. It's what I do every single day, and it's what allowed me to scale my business. I put it all down to that. If I didn't do that, I would be acting based on monkey says, monkey do. Emotion, emotion, emotion. Do this, do that. You need to settle down. If you don't settle down, your mind does not have room to analyze and think in a world full of attention, addiction, everything possible to draw your attention away from what is true and what is important in your life. That's how I made 5K in a couple of weeks straight after starting the business. As soon as I started doing that, because I understood what was important.